Hello everyone, welcome to the session. In this session, I'm discussing about iterators in Java. So let's see what is an iterator and why it is used in Java. So basically, to print something on the screen, you'll be using like for loop in our normal C language. So here, what it will do is in Java we have like collection framework where you have lot of collections of data structures. Now, when you're inserting some elements into those data structures, for example, you have stack. Now, in that stack, I'm continuously pushing the elements one by one. Now, the next thing is I want to print all those elements one by one because, and if I can't use for loop for that because I don't know how many elements are there in the stack. Now, for imagination. Now, if I don't know that, how can I print that to what, till what number I should print? All that I can't know, so I can't decide that. So for that, to make it simple, we are using iterators in Java, where using this iterator you can print all the statements, all the elements. Not only printing, you can print it in any way that you want, like changing the order, reversing, anything, subset, anything you can print. That's the advantage of iterator. Now let's see how many iterators are there, what is an iterator, and so on in detail. Let's see. The first one, let's see the definition. Iterators are used in collection framework in Java to retrieve the elements one by one. So there are three iterators. Now let's see what are they. The first one is called as enumeration. So enumeration is one of the iterator. Now the speciality of enumeration is it is basically applicable only to two collections, that two legacy collections, that is vector and hash table. So it is applicable only for these two. You can't apply for other collections. And while using this enumeration, you have to create the object like this. Enumeration is equals to v dot elements. So here v stands for vector. So if you are using for hash table, you have to write hash h dot element. So this is the object which is created for our enumeration. So using this, you can print the elements of a particular vector. Now in this enumeration, we have two methods. One is called as has more elements, and this is a type called boolean. So boolean will return either true or false. So what I'm checking here, has more elements. So I'm checking in the vector whether it has more elements or not. So if it doesn't contain any more elements, then it will return false. Otherwise, it will return true. Next method is object next element. So here it is just taking the next element to be printed, that is object. Now let's see the limitations of this enumeration. In the beginning only, we learned that enumeration is applicable only for vector and hash table. Now what is the drawback here is, so as I told, the first one is it is only for the legacy classes, that to vector and hash table only. Hence it is not a universal iterator. So you can't use this anywhere, everywhere. So like you can't use this for stack, properties, dictionary, and so on. So this is applicable only for vector and hash table. And the next thing is, using this iterator you can just print the elements, and you can't do any remove operation by this. That's a drawback here. So removing is not there, and it is only in forward direction. It means that you can print the elements only which are there in the forward direction. So you can't go back and print the previous elements. So this is one more drawback. So three drawbacks it has. It is applicable. It's not a universal iterator. It can't remove any. It doesn't have remove operation, and it can't go back. It's only in forward direction. Now let's see one example program on this enumeration. Now here I'm importing the classes of enumeration and vector which are there in utility package, and then I'm taking a class called test. In that, I'm taking a method class, main method. Then in that, I'm creating the vector here. So I'm using vector here. So my vector object is v here. So vector v is equal to new vector. So I took the collection called as vector. In this vector, I'm going to insert the element. So here what I'm doing is I'm inserting some elements 0 to less than 10, means 9 elements I'm going to add. So that elements are added using the method called add element. So this I is nothing but the elements whatever you are adding. So those elements are added to the vector. Now after adding, I'll just print out all the elements whatever I've added. So 9 elements I've printed, all those will be printed. So the 10 actually, 0 to 9. So next is now after printing, I'm just trying to use the iterator called enumeration. Now if we have seen in the previous case how to create the object for enumeration, enumeration is equals to v dot elements, where v stands for vector. So v dot elements, so same thing I have written here, enumeration is equals to v dot elements. So it is creating the object for our enumeration. Next, while printing the elements of this particular vector, every time I should check whether this is the last element to print or it has any more element to print. So that's why I'm using the method called has more elements. So I'm taking a while loop enumeration object, that is e dot has more elements, whether it has more elements or not. If it has, what I'm doing, I'm just printing here. How you are printing? Take that element into I, that is integer I is equal to integer of e dot next element. So as every time we are checking that it has more elements or not. If it is having more elements, then the next element will be pointed of this enumeration and it is saved into the I. So the next element is always saved in I. So continuously I'm printing I also here. So you are using two methods. One is just normal println statement. The other one is using iterator here. So see here, just observe here. Using this println from 0 to 9, I have printed like collection because it is a vector. That's why it is in set here. And the next thing is using enumerator, I have printed all those elements only. It's not set. So it is printing 0 to 9. So this is how you'll use enumerator. So we have to remember that its drawback. So that is the first enumerator, first iterator. Now let's see the second one. That is, this is a basic iterator, second type. So let's see what is second iterator. So we have seen the major drawback of enumeration is it is not universal iterator and it is applicable only for legacy classes, that to vector and hash table. Whereas iterator is a universal iterator as we can apply it to any collection object. So there is no restriction on this. And next thing is, by using this we can perform both read and remove operations. Whereas the previous one was just reading, it doesn't have remove operation. Here you can do read and remove. And another thing, it is improved version of enumeration with additional functionality of remove ability of an element. So it can just remove. And we have seen the third drawback of enumeration, that it is only in forward direction. Even iterator is also in forward direction only. So this is the second one. Now let's see the next point. Iterator must be used whenever we want to enumerate elements in all the collection framework implemented interfaces like set, list, queue, dequeue, and also in all implemented classes of map interfaces. Iterator is the only cursor available for entire collection framework. Now let's see the syntax of using this iterator. Now what is the syntax here? We have seen a syntax for enumerator. Now even for this iterator we have a syntax. The syntax is iterator itr is equal to c dot iterator. Now if you have seen in the previous case, we have written enumerator object is equal to v dot enumerator, right? So v stands for vector, whereas here iterator itr is equal to c dot iterator, where c stands for any collection object. We have seen that it is applicable for all the collections, for any collection. So we don't know which collection it is. That's why I'm just representing it as c. So whatever the collection, you can write it here. Suppose I'm taking stack, then you can write it as stack dot iterator. Whereas this itr is an object of this iterator only. Now let's see the methods of this iterator. So we have three methods here. Has next, again this is a boolean. So boolean means it will tell you whether it has next element or not. If it doesn't have, it will return false. If it has, it returns true. So it returns true if the iterator has more elements to iterate. Next thing is object next. So what is object next means? It returns the next element in the collection until the has next method return true. So it is it will return every element one by one until this has next element says that every next element is there. If next element is not there, then it will not take the next element. So here it will just tell you whether next element is there or not. If it is there, then it will take the next element. If it is saying that no next element, then it will stop. So that's the thing. So it returns the next element in the collection until has next method returns true. And this method throws no such element exception if there is no next element. So imagine that there are no more elements and you're trying to invoke this method, then it says that no such element exception. So this is the second method. Next, third one is void remove. So what is void remove? So we have seen that remove is not there in enumerator, whereas here we have. So what does it says is you can remove any element in this or current element. So here it removes the current element in the collection. This method throws illegal state exception if this function is called before next is invoked. Means before accessing any element, if you're trying to delete, then it will show some exception. So we have three methods: has next, remove. Now let's say a small program on this. So here the program is we are importing two packages, java.io package, java.util package, and I took a class main method, and inside this if you'll see I'm taking the collection called as array list. So this collection I took here. Now in the array list, for the array list I have created an object that is called as list. So array list is equal to new array list. So I'm going to insert the elements in my array list now. So using this object called list. So in the list, I'm adding all the elements. So list dot add. Add is a method which will add the elements into the array list here. That is list. Object is list. So I'm inserting 5 alphabets here, A, B, C, D, E into the list. Now what we have to do is we have to print all these elements from the list one by one. Now let's see how I'm doing. I'm doing with the help of iterator here. So you can't use an enumerator for this because enumerator doesn't support this. Now iterator I'm using. Now if you'll use iterator, what is the syntax? So we have to use iterator, its object equal to c dot iterator. What is c here? In our case it is array list, right? So array list we created the object as list, so you can take list too. So iterator object is iterator itself is equals to my collection is what? List dot iterator. Now, next, what I am printing, I'm just printing a statement called list elements. Now, after that, I'm printing the elements one by one. So, I'm taking a while loop. If that is iterator has next, until iterator has next element, what you are printing, you are just printing the next element. So, system.out.println iterator dot next. So, has next will check whether it has next element, whereas here it will print next element. So, this is like this is it will tell you whether true or false, whereas it will print the next element. So if it returns true means next element is there, then next will print it. If returns false, then it means nothing is there, so it will not print anything. So likewise, so here using these two methods you are going to print all the elements of that particular list. So I'm just observe the while loop. While iterator has next, system dot out dot println or print iterator dot next. So you just print the next element. And after printing the next element, every time I'm taking the new line character. Instead of writing this separately, you can write here only ln. So this is a simple program where I'm printing A, B, C, D, E. That's it. So this is the output. So this is clear, I think. Now this is iterator. Now let's see the next one. Third one is list iterator. Now let's see what is list iterator. So list iterator is an iterator which allows user to traverse the collection in both the directions. So in the first one we have seen that it can't remove, it moves only in forward direction. Whereas the second one has an advantage of it can remove, but it is also going in only in forward direction. Whereas the third one, list iterator, it can remove and it can move in both the directions, both in forward direction and backward direction. So that's the advantage here. Now here this list iterator has the following methods. What are the methods? Add method. So we are seeing the add method just to add the object into that particular collection. Next is it will check whether it has next element or not. So again it is a boolean type, so it will return true if the list has next element. Next is has previous. Suppose I want to print the element in the backward direction. First of all, you have to check whether it has previous element or not. So for that, I'm again using a Boolean method has previous. So it will true if it will return true if the list has a previous element. Next is object next. So if it has next element, it will print the next element, and it throws the exception same like previous case. Next object previous, again if I have previous element, I'll print the previous element, and it throws exception if there is no previous element. And also it has remove method. What does remove do? It removes the current element from the list. It throws illegal state exception if this function is called before next or previous is invoked. So this is remove method. Now let's see the small program on this. Now let's see what this program says here. So I took a class, again I've included same packages, input output package, utility package. I took a class and I took main method. Inside that main method, I have taken the collection called as array list. Now array list is the collection I took to insert the elements. For that I have created an object called list here. So array list equal to new array list. In this array list, I've added some elements. Again, same like previous. A, B, C, D, E. I have added into the array list. Now I'm creating the list iterator object here. This is same like our iterator, where you have to create like this. List iterator object is equals to the collection whatever you are using. What is my collection here? List. So that is object of array list is list. So I'm writing that list dot list iterator, same like second one. So after creating this object, my object is now what? Iterator. Now next thing, I'm just printing displaying list elements in forward direction. So you're printing in the forward direction. For that, what I am doing is in the while loop, I'm checking iterator dot has next. So it is checking all the time whether it has next element, print next element, print likewise. So it will check whether it has next element or not. If it has, then it will print next element. If it doesn't have, it will stop. So this is in forward direction, and every time you're printing one line extra space here. Next thing is next statement I'm printing displaying the list elements in backward direction. So I'm printing in reverse direction. So how you'll print? I'm taking again a while loop. In the while loop, I'm checking that whether it has previous element or not. So if it has previous element, immediately I'll print that previous. So iterator dot previous. Now if it has an element, it will print the previous. Imagine that it doesn't have previous element, so it will stop here itself. It doesn't execute this. And then every time it is printing the element, it is going to the next line. So this is how you'll print elements in both forward direction and reverse direction. So output will be like this. Displaying list elements in forward direction is A, B, C, D, E, and in backward direction it is E, D, C, B, A. So this is about in list iterator. So in this session, we have seen what is iterator used for. Basically, it is used to display all the elements of any collection, Java collection framework, like our normal for loop. Now, next thing is it has three uh, types: enumerator, iterator, and list iterator. Enumerator has a drawback, which is overcome by to some extent by iterator, whereas iterator has also a drawback of not going in the backward. Sorry, not going in the backward direction. That is overcome by the list iterator. So I hope everyone understood iterators in this session. Thank you all for uh, watching.